All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB. I want to get to some of the comments here inside the Bayou Ford chat. I tried to read Matt's film review, but then I realized I can't read. So I looked on Amazon for a My High hat instead.
It's a good alternative.
But they can go to drinkmyhigh.com to get that, right?
Yeah, get the hats right there.
Yeah.
You can't, not on Amazon. You can get the product on Amazon.
Product on Amazon, hat on drinkmyhigh.com, and then just learn to read.
And you can also
for the film review
sign up for a little subscription service of Perfect Hydration.
All right.
I got a question for y'all. Anybody remember a little trivia? Anybody remember the name of a dried up river, a river that is not all wet?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't have experience.
An arroyo.
Yeah, it was right on the tip of my tongue.
I knew it.
Arroyo?
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Carlos Arroyo, good point guard.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Right
Okay.
there.
That it? That was the whole fact? Like, the name? Gotcha.
And scene.
Cody inside the Bayou Ford chat. I love how everyone at the station picked LSU to win, yet the chat is hating on Moscona and celebrating him being wrong. Cody, you think, like, when we do the picks with Marler, by the way, and yeah, we did all pick LSU. And in the picks of the other games, I think I went undefeated, and that's the most you're going to hear about it. Because it's like, we get those, and me and Matt sometimes will look at each other and be like, hey, this sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, send.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put a lot into that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have my picture next to somebody else's logo. I'm going to tell you that right now. LSU be 28-point dogs. I'm probably going to be the same.
I think this is the week. This is the week. That's going to be our thought process.
I might just put like a picture of Marshawn Lynch and just my score prediction. I'm here so I don't get fined.
Yep.
But maybe that makes you feel better about it.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't look at when you're asking LSU fans, I don't care if we do radio or not, to pick a score for LSU. I'm going to pick with my heart. I'm going to pick what I want the score to be.
yeah.
It's not what I'm like. Why not?
I did speak to a group in Nashville on Friday, and I could tell they didn't like my vibe of how I thought the game was going to go.
I need you to be a little bit more positive, Jake.
I was like, God, look, I'm just telling you where they're really good, and it could be, a little troublesome if you didn't contain. My whole point was like, if you don't contain Diego Pavia and you don't have good discipline,
Yep.
this is what can happen. And so many times in that game, you had the right call. Like Blake Baker had the right call. The execution wasn't there. And it was clear as day to see, like when you rush from the outside and you're the guy who is rushing off the edge, be it a corner, be it at linebacker, star, whatever, when you rush, you got to rush to the upfield shoulder, like the highest point, because you're contained, right? And Diego Pavia, how many times he saw that you rush into his front shoulder and he hit the old spin move and broke contain, and all hell breaks loose when that happens to that guy. That guy's really good at it.
And a guy's going to, kind of like that's going to make his plays in any game that he plays. I don't care what defense he's playing, even if you have the perfect technique. But you did kind of make it easy on him by just taking bad, like you said, bad rush angles. But then I just felt like there was bad angles taken all over the field throughout that game. I didn't think there was that many middle mistakes. Like, I didn't watch it. Of course, I didn't watch the defensive film against Vanderbilt with as close of an eye as I did the offense, because the offensive struggles are way more glaring than the defensive struggles. But I just didn't notice as many missed assignments and things that were glaring, except for, just physically, we didn't, as a whole, we didn't make the plays. We didn't take the right angles. You couldn't get the guy on the ground. You just didn't make the plays that you were like an opportunity presented itself. And then when you do that against a guy that is playing his ass off like Diego Pavia and a team that is outstandingly coached for the details of every position. Everybody on that field did their 111, did their job, and was coached to do their job and executed it from like a very, very minor detail to a big picture thing. And when you got a guy that plays off schedule like that, there's a couple plays you got to take your hat off to him and be like, hey, hell of a play, man. My God, there's not a defense we can call up to defend that play you just made. Yeah. Because you can't expect a guy that's beating you with his feet to scramble around for 8 seconds back there. Of course, and the back is blocking. Of course, the guy that has the back man-to-man is going to be like, all right, it's been like 8 seconds. I'm going to try to rush this quarterback now. And the running back, of course, pops free. And
buys more time.
Like it just – plays like that are going to happen. Yeah. But when you were presented the opportunity to make plays, it didn't happen. But, again –
we can get into some of the defensive stuff, and maybe here in the next couple of segments we can actually pull it up and show you, because like the thing for the defense, and I know I've heard people be like, "Oh, this defense, they said they were elite, they're not." But if you watch it, like the things that happened to the defense, like when Vanderbilt just lined up and ran the football, which they've done on everybody, they didn't make any hay. It was the off-schedule stuff that gave you problems. The receivers didn't really have plays. Now the tight ends, yet again, a la Ole Miss game, gave you trouble. Mm-hmm. The tight end continues to give you trouble. But it was the chaotic plays that you didn't handle. And this felt like a game in which, like, there's games Whit Weeks can miss. This was a bad one for him to miss. Because maybe he could handle some of the chaos. But, look, there's quarterbacks that you're about to play. One this week. Certainly one against Oklahoma. Guess where they thrive? In the chaos. So it's not an excuse. It's just facts that's what you didn't handle well. Mm-hmm. And like on the fourth down, like Jack Pyburn has a good rush. It surprises Diego Pavia. And like because they had that was a throwback screen. Nobody's called it that, but that's what it was. On the fourth down, it was a throwback screen to the running back. And you can see the offensive lineman set to release. And so Diego Pavia gets surprised because Jack Pyburn's in his face right now. He doesn't bite on the play action, or I think it was play action to the right. Either way, we'll go back and look at it. And so Diego's like, oh, gosh, I got to buy some time because this has got to develop. And he makes him miss, and he throws it back across. And you got linemen that are trying to get out there as well. It went wider than I think. But, like, that's a play where you had a guy in the backfield. It was a good rush, good play. He recognizes the play, and the recognition of the play is right there. But Diego knew what he had. He didn't panic. He didn't get away from the play. He just continued to buy time and then throws it across the field on a fourth down conversion Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think defensively I feel like in the game against Vanderbilt, very close the entire game. It was like the game of like we were right there, like so close to stopping them multiple times. And at the end of the day, when you look at the big picture, with the game still undecided, with still within, I think it was 4 points, into the second half, get a big fourth down stop, give your offense the opportunity to take the lead going into halftime. How different does that game feel? They can execute. And they get the ball in Vanderbilt territory into the game. We hadn't been able to stop them. You give them 2 stops in a row to try to get back in that game and potentially take a lead. How different is the narrative this week? The offense executes the small things.
Yeah.
Football's about the small things. You got to execute the details, and we laid out a lot of those details. But so we can sit here and harp on the defense is all we want. And they had plays to be made that weren't made. Mm-hmm. And sure, there's certainly, of course, there's clips, floating all over the internet of LSU getting out physicaled in the trenches, which did happen. Didn't happen every play. It's not like they just came out and physically dominated us every single play. But LSU defense needs to get that swagger back. A night game at home this week versus a top 3 opponent. Get the swagger back. Become the hammer again. Don't be the nail. Because for a lot of that game this past weekend, as a team as a whole, was the nail and not the hammer. So you got to get the swagger back. We got to get back. And it has to start with the defense. The offense has to make its improvement, certainly. But if we're going to win this game, if we want any chance to beat A&M this week at home, that defense is going to have to come play with its hair on fire and dominate the game.
Inside the Bayou 4 chat. So all you need is a good tight end and a mobile quarterback to beat Blake's defense. No, because there's somebody assigned to the tight end. You just got to execute your job. Like, it's man coverage. It's man coverage. Like, you don't leave. And that was a problem, I think, in the Vanderbilt game. And I haven't had a chance to ask Blake this, but were people trying to do too much to stop Diego Pavia? And you could see it live in the game. Any big down, and any time that Diego Pavia put it in the running back's belly, like, you had like 4 people like halt and stop. Mm-hmm. There's somebody for the running back. There's somebody for the tight end. There's somebody for Diego Pavia, and you have to play your part. We always talk about be your 111th. But, and I get it. Look, I get it. Like, he's a game changer. He was taking, but the problem was you were honing in on that. And even if you were doing your job, you froze and worried about him when he wasn't your responsibility. Then you're a second late getting to your responsibility. Then it's too late because it's a 7-yard gain.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. And I noticed that the South Carolina game. I noticed breaking down the film, watching how we went about defending Lenore Sellers, especially like on third downs. A lot of times there was 2 defenders that were spying him. And I thought it was like, I was curious when I was watching. I was like, you don't need 2 spies. You just need 1. Like, we ran what was essentially a cover 0 type defense against Lenore Sellers. So 4 across, 4 DBs across for 4 man-to-man on the receivers. It was clear like it was 0 coverage. But the point of bringing a 0 coverage is that you get 1 extra guy blitzing and you make the quarterback get the ball out really fast because you got an extra guy blitzing that can't be accounted for. But they kind of took away their blitz advantage and left 2 linebackers to spy for Lenore Sellers. Now, it worked out.
Yeah.
But it was kind of an unsound approach to that. Now, maybe it was a missed assignment, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was somebody was supposed to blitz and there wasn't supposed to be
right.
2. But I've noticed multiple times in this past game, Pavia scrambling out and 2 people trying to account for him. Harold Perkins leaving any thought that he have of being a curl flat defender or a post defender.
Or a man defender.
Or a man defender, for that matter, to go chase Pavia from 20 yards away.
Yeah, and you just can't do it. I mean, look, you get away with it a lot because you are an athletic freak and you can close that gap. Against Clemson, you did it, and Cade Klubnik didn't have an answer for it. Mm-hmm. Diego Pavia is not Cade Klubnik. And it was something that I think got you multiple times.
Like LSU defense, 2-2 versus mobile quarterbacks this season. So let's get back to the winning record.
All right, we will take a break, continue some more of this conversation. I do want to get to the Saints at some point today, and I know we have Nick Underhill joining us at 9 to go over it. Man, he's probably going to be so excited.
We're going to get him on film. I want to see the joy in his face.
Yeah, we can ask him. All right.
When we say the name Tyler Shuck.
I've got a lot of thoughts on that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotafbatonrouge.com. If you are buying new, if you're leasing, if you're renting, everything is always going to be available to you. Multiple options as well. So certainly when you're buying new, everything's going to be available. But even then so, they've got more than most, okay? Because they've got multiple trucks. They've got multiple midsize SUVs, multiple sedans, Sienna minivan, Sequoia, that full-size SUV, something for everyone and every lifestyle over at All-Star. So go see them today right there off Airline Highway. Go see them online, allstartoyotafbatonrouge.com.
That's right, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, right there on Airline Highway near Goodwood. But if you don't want to get out of your house, if you don't have time to go see them at their awesome location, you can go check out their entire inventory right there on their website. See everything they got from new cars, used cars, anything right there that you can lease. So if it's that time of life to upgrade, give them a call. Go see them physically or go see them on their website, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB. I want to remind you of you too. Yeah. Right about
83, I think.
Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com. That is the website. You can have a chat right there on the homepage. You can see past client results, cases they can handle for you in the courtroom, all right there on the website. At Get Gordon on social media. See what they're doing in the courtroom, in the local communities. Always got something going on throughout the state of Louisiana, and it is your area code in Louisiana. Doesn't matter what it is. 318-225-504, 337-985, followed by 888-8888. You give that number a call. They're going to make sure that they can help you out. Get Gordon and get it done.
Do they do it in Napoleonville?
They do. Look at you. Look at you. All right, Tay, now you got to give me one.
Kaplan.
Okay. Matthew?
Bouchon.
All right. Didn't like how the lack of confidence you had in that.
No, I was confident that
still-
it's a place, but I've said it before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Are you still wondering if this is 80s?
Yeah, I was thinking
I
about
thought
that.
you were
I
distracted.
really think he is. That's why he's throwing
sound
off.
like an 80,
U2 was ahead of their time.
I mean,
Let me
great
see.
song.
Yeah, 83.
Yeah, I remember that time that U2 just downloaded a whole album on
Yeah,
your iPhone
what
and
was
didn't even
that?
ask you. Just put it on your iPhone.
Did they?
Like 2010, 2011,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Yeah, they had a new
Yes.
album, and it automatically, Apple just sent it to your phone.
I gotta
Just
tell you,
downloaded
You know
it.
what's
good advertising.
That's good
there by you
advertising.
too.
Because all right, so for years, every time I'd get in my wife's car, it automatically would like connect to her phone or whatever,
It was always U2.
and U2 would start playing. I'm like, babe, you love U2, and she's like, I swear, I never listened to them, but it always plays on my phone every
That's
time
why.
I start the car.
Yeah.
How did you miss that?
I don't
Really?
That was a thing. Like,
Really, though?
Yeah, fair.
Plus, he was in Green Bay. I'm not sure news travels there.
True.
The pitches
They
didn't deliver.
automatically
They just got
just down.
everything
They
like a week
just-
later.
It was part of like a software update.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally just put it on your phone.
Put it on your phone.
Yeah. Everybody. It happened to everyone.
Yep.
It happened to you too.
Ew,
Ba-dum.
nice. All right,
Where's our button?
I
We
feel
need a soundboard
I
here.
feel
too.
violated right
I'll
now.
add them on here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Do
pretty
you?
violated.
Yeah, you got violated, bud.
They fully violated you.
Well,
We all got violated by you
I'd
two.
like to create a little lawsuit against that. My
You
wife,
sued
had to,
you.
my wife had
50.
to listen to those songs every time she
I think
turned her
statute
car
of
on.
limitations is over there,
You're
bro.
like, hey guys, some guy named Matt Flynn is suing 15 years later. Apparently, he just found out about this.
Margaret and
Wait,
Ad is still
the
working.
backup quarterback in Green Bay?
The published arter?
I don't know why that made me giggle so hard last night when you sent that in the group chat. It's called being a published.
It's called being a published arter, Alondra.
I know. I wouldn't know about it. Do we want some good news?
Yeah.
Do we want to bring the vibes
Oh,
back
hell
up?
yeah.
LSU baseball, all up in the White House.
All up in the White House.
And I
They were.
loved it. So was LSU Shreveport after
Yeah,
their
3-1 great. Let's go.
completely
Undefeated
season.
baseball
Yeah.
season.
Pilots, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
God, they were dominant.
we've all said it. LSU Shreveport, super dominant.
So we were
No
down
doubt.
Yeah.
3-1 great.
I think we read the stats off in the summer. Stitch
Yeah,
Head.
Yeah, like they set records for like
hashtag
point differential,
Stitch Head.
consecutive wins, all that. Like they were like actually
And we're
like,
saying the best baseball team in Louisiana.
elite.
That actually would have been like, something like in the 60s and 70s they would have done. Like they used to have like the college all-star team used to play like NFL
Yeah.
teams. Like that would have been fun if they had LSU Shreveport
that would have been cool.
play against LSU like in the box. And it wouldn't have to been like, LSU's top guys because they got drafted. I get that, but that would have been fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would.
what was it?
Exhibition
Was
game.
it the national champion would play like the Pro Bowl team
Look
or
at
something?
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
They look so sharp.
Oh,
Look at Stephen Milam.
baller.
Look,
Nice
I love
fit.
this so much.
Hey, nice fits all around.
Yeah.
Look, Matt and I got a
Johnson.
chance. Matt did it.
Scott rocking the Tennessee tie.
Matt did
in
it
here.
3 times.
3 times.
I've only
Three-time
done
White
it
House
once. Very cool experience.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
I don't care like what your politics are. Like when you get a chance to meet like the president,
huge
like it's a
honor.
big
Well, it's
deal.
awesome.
It's a big
Yeah.
deal. Like I've told the story 1,000 times, but like George W. Bush telling me, "Come on in here, man.
Mhm.
Get in here." I was like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
"President, I'm giving you this football. Can I don't know. Like you wanted a picture. I'm like, can you touch the president?
Right.
Is that
Am I gonna get
allowed?
I see
shot?
a lot
Like,
of people with some automatic weapons on
Yeah.
the roof.
Right.
Oh my gosh! But like, very
Jace-
cool. That's something none of those players will ever forget.
Ever. Those pictures
Again, you've done it 3 times.
Mhm.
are going to be awesome. Like, you're going to look back
But
on
07
them.
was the best one.
Jay
'cause that was the
Johnson's speech
closest.
was awesome, too.
Yeah, I saw clips
Yeah.
of that. It was
Trump's was
fantastic.
great. Like, yeah, it's an experience that you'll never forget. I've never experienced it. I'm sure it's great. But I can only imagine that it's just the biggest honor and experience that will live forever. for
It's
you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It is, like you said, no matter what your politics are, it's the president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So I went there and let's see, 03, 07, and then 2011. So Bush twice, Obama once. And it was amazing all 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, an amazing
They kept
honor.
saying, "Hey, y'all's quarterback keeps asking the president about 1995 Texas Rangers
Yep.
stats, and we really need him to stop."
Yeah, like, what's this guy's deal?
Flynn guy, he's weird now, Bush. What are we doing?
It
now?
is humbling to know that. All right, so in 07, like we were pretty close to the president during the
Very close.
So it's like
hand on shoulder, which
Y'all were
was
right next
nerve
to them,
wracking.
yeah.
other teams. I was like, back left corner. But that
You were
year, it was
background
like-
fodder?
Background fodder for sure. I was on the staircase, like on the staircase, like a wedding picture.
Yeah.
But being closer to him, it was humbling knowing that I'm definitely in the crosshairs of somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody's looking at me. One safety and away from. Oof. Don't make a wrong move though. So to your point, it's like I'm going to hand you this football. How close can I actually get?
Oh yeah. And the president had to tell me, "Get on in here, Bo."
Come on in here.
Yeah.
Come in for the real thing.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
When we were there with Green Bay in 2011, we had a player in our team, a linebacker, who forgot his ID
Oh, no.
and had to sit on the bus.
No.
No.
He didn't get to go.
He didn't get to go.
Made the trip.
Oh,
That is awesome.
how do you get on the plane?
Because I mean, like it's like a
team
charter,
plane, yeah.
it's a
Oh,
charter
true, true,
plane.
true.
Like you just
It's a private charter.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
they
I
have
don't
like
know
a
about
they
that.
have like a booklet basically that has like everybody's ID picture and
Yeah.
like they just flip it and they see. It.
Mhm. And he was like, and we felt so bad for him because like he was so excited to meet Obama.
Man.
He was like, I mean, it's a thing. It's a big deal. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him.
absolutely.
And he forgot his ID.
Dang, I feel so bad for him.
I'm like thinking I hadn't thought about that in so long. Now I still feel bad all over
Did he get
again.
a chance? Like, did he go to any other team and maybe get a chance to?
No.
No, yeah, I didn't think he did. Not many people get to go 3 times. This guy.
Josh Thompson tweeted that out. Josh Pearson tweeted that out. That's him and Trump shaking hands.
So cool. So cool.
Love it.
God,
was
Stephen
it?
Milam's short.
Also, whoa,
It's
whoa,
great.
Catch you astray.
whoa!
It's
Why is
great.
that man catching a stray?
He's the best
He's a
player
short
on
king.
the team, guys.
Dang, low man wins.
It's ju-
Tay.
right.
He looks
Not a shot.
He looks
just
very.
an observation.
He looks exactly like Ricky Fowler in that picture. If anybody, a little golf reference.
If he had the all orange on, it'd be perfect.
Oh, it'd be perfect. He looks just like Ricky Fowler there. Sorry. Who was the what was the team? What was the year that they came and and Trump had like all fast food there?
It was.
Was it Clemson? It was Clemson.
Yeah, I think it was the year before LSU.
Was that COVID situation?
I think
Oh, yeah,
so.
it was like,
It
Oh,
was.
it was the
It was-
year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was. I think it was after. Yeah, right.
No, it was
Yeah.
the year before. Clemson won in 18, and then LSU
It
was
was
19.
18.
Yeah.
Either way, it was Wendy's, right?
It
Yeah, I
was-
think it was,
I think it was
It was,
everything.
it was like three. It was like 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah, they had like it was.
We didn't
Yeah.
get food.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
George,
come on, W.
Wow, he didn't feed y'all?
he did not feed
That's
us.
crazy.
No, he did not.
He did say when 03, because we had, if you were looking at the White House during the ceremony, LSU team was on like the left staircase and into the stage. USC was on the right staircase. And he famously said, it's a big debate on who the best team is. I got a pretty big front yard here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Hey, let's settle this.
Let's settle
in the
this
front
right
line.
now.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Clemson. So it was McDonald's and Wendy's, Domino's,
Hell yeah. I
And
love
then,
Love
Domino's.
your Domino's.
and then like some other like fries, all that. But burgers from McDonald's and Wendy's, and then Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
And it was
The
Clemson
Talladega
at 18.
Nights special.
Yeah. Matt and I enjoyed going
I'll
to
slide it over
a
this wheel all
Nationals.
day.
We went to a Nationals game, had a couple cold pops.
Had a couple cold pops.
Little Marlins Nationals.
Yep. We were
game.
there.
First year of the ballpark.
Yeah, we travel as a team. And every time you travel as a team, there's there's a curfew, there's rule. You got to go to these team events, team meetings. Well, Hester and I, we get there and we're like, wait a minute. We're not on the team anymore.
We good.
We graduated. Like we were like getting ready for had the combine already
The
happened?
combine, because it was
Yeah.
the spring. It was
Yeah,
like
it was-
we were a couple weeks away from the draft.
Yeah, we were about to get drafted, and we were about to like leave the baseball game early because we're like, we got to make it back for curfew. And we had the same thought at the same time. We look at each other, we're like, oh, they can't do anything to us. We don't play for them
we
anymore.
don't have to do anything.
Les can't run us.
And so we talked to Marucci, and Marucci's like, yeah, I'll get you get some tickets.
Yeah, that's fun. It was a good ballpark. It was new at the time.
Speaking of my Mariners, y'all know me, huge Mariners fan. Been a Mariners fan forever.
That was tough. That was tough last night.
It was tough. George Springer.
I thought you were a
caught me.
Yankees fan.
No, I've always been a Mariners.
Oh,
fan.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. I don't have a dog in the fight.
No, I was just kidding.
But the Mariners have never made it to the World Series.
I was pulling for
I was pulling
them.
for 'em.
Yeah.
I was pulling for him. Like something like my 1990s.
Oh, for sure.
heartstrings
The
were being
ghost
pulled
of
out a little
King
bit.
Griffey Jr. No,
Edgar
he's
Martinez,
still
Tito
with us?
Martinez, Alex Rodriguez, King Griffey
A
Jr.,
metaphorical
Jay
A
Buhner.
metaphorical ghost of King Griffey Jr.
He said, guys, don't worry. He's still
He's still with us. Don't worry. King Griffey Jr. baseball, Super Nintendo, one of the best video games of all time.
Wanted them to do it for him, for Ichiro.
Randy
Didn't
Johnson.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to give the Rangers fits.
They've had some great players and just never broke through.
Man, but I could not get enough of the big dumper. Like, that guy's awesome, and I wanted to see him keep going. But
Yeah, he was great.
yeah,
God, he just doesn't look like an athlete to me.
right?
Like he's just kind of he got kind of like
This
this
is
round
the- but it-
face. He's
what's
like
the tweet?
unassuming face.
Yeah.
And then he just
It
hits
is
at 800
unassuming.
feet.
Yeah. What's the tweet? This is peak male performance.
Peak
This is
male
peak- yeah,
performance.
that's Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
But
So
I need
Blue Jays, Dodgers.
Dodgers.
I'm
pretty gross, but
I'm going for the Dodgers. I can't go against.
can't. I just
can't go
can't.
against America. It's an American
Oh,
team
you know
versus a
what?
Canadian
We-
I
team.
can't get behind them.
We did our show a disservice
Yeah,
yesterday.
I think I'm Blue Jays on this one.
I think we lost a little credit on our show yesterday because on our weekend winners, nobody said Shohei Ohtani.
'Cause
and
they're-
that-
Well, we were. There's a lot of losers.
Because I think
Okay.
because
What
I
a-
think his
what a
performance
performance,
his performance was it Friday night, so technically
Yes.
it was part of the
Yeah.
weekend.
it was.
Go and pitch, hit 3 dingers.
3 for 3, and then what? 6 innings, double-digit
6
strikeouts.
innings, yeah, and like no earned runs. Like it was probably the greatest performance in postseason history as a player.
Yeah, somebody
yeah, but
said.
he's a degenerate gambler that threw his translator under the bus.
It's true.
so-
Hey, look, you got to have
No.
fall people.
If Shohei Ohtani is not the
What
face
makes
of the
you
league,
a degenerate?
Somebody's like, hey,
Define
I know
degenerate.
baseball's not popular anymore. So for you football bros, that's like going 15 of 18, throwing for 2 touchdowns, having 8 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, and also blocking a punt.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally.
you maybe have
Calling
taken
your
an
own
extra
plays.
point in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's unbelievable.
yeah,
He
good
almost hit it out of the
point.
park too. It almost got parking lot.
Oh, well.
He's pretty good. Pretty good.
He's not a
little-
bad baseball player.
All right, so we got 2 Blue Jays. I'm going Dodgers.
I'm going Dodgers because of America.
Yeah.
I don't
And
care how
Freddie
much you
Freeman.
hate him.
still gonna
I
root
don't
for
care if you
Freddie.
think it's the evil empire.
It is
It's
the evil
still
empire.
America.
Are you calling America evil?
Nope. No,
Sounds
heavens
like that's
no.
what you're doing.
Heavens no. Saying that
Heavens no. Heavens no.
I love America. Support the troops.
Who doesn't?
Really wanted the Mariners to win, though.
I know. me too.
I so wanted them
Really
to win.
wanted to win. they did not. All right, we'll take a break. And when we come back, I do want to get into all the conversations surrounding Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck and how people just want to see Tyler Shuck just because, even though Spencer Rattler had one bad
Irrationally.
game. And if you're going to have one bad game and get replaced in the NFL, I don't think that's a recipe for success. But we've got a lot to get into when it comes to the Saints and the quarterback position, and we'll do it when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gotommies.com, Geaux, Tommy with the Y.com, gotommies.com, Tommy's windows, doors, and also siding. So when you go to the website, you can see a gallery of work. You can check out what they've done here in the local community. You can see what they can do for you. Always remember, though, they can customize your job to what you're looking for. So have Tommy and the team come out to your space, tell them what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it gets done. And it's going to be done by award winners. You see there, if you're watching this on YouTube, year after year after year, hang the banners. That's all they do is win awards. Go to gotommies.com.
When you have a project, if your thing is working with the best companies possible for that job, then Tommy's is the people that you need to call. GoTommys.com. So if you had a project, we know you're going to get a couple bids. You're going to get some prices, have different people out at your house. Make sure Tommy's is one of them. Do yourself a favor. Let you talk to them personally, see their pricing, see their options, see the work they can do. Go to GoTommys.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. All right, let's have the conversation. A lot of talk, a lot of chatter about Spencer Rattler, and you knew it was going to happen as soon as he had one game where he had some turnovers. It was going to be, I need to see Tyler Shuck. You got to see what you drafted. And again, I'm just telling you, 40th overall does not guarantee you anything. And you say, well, you got to know. You got to know. Well, he had a shot to win the job at a training camp, and he didn't do it. So I get the sentiment that you need to find out what you have, but you found out what you have so far in practice leading up to your decision to name Spencer Rattler the starting quarterback. And look, I understand what you're saying, like the season's lost, you might as well see. But I'll caution you, what is that telling Spencer Rattler? A guy that right now is 13th in the NFL in passing yards. He's got more passing yards. Now, he's got more than like Jordan Love, but Jordan Love's played one less game. He's got more in the same games played as Geno Smith. He's got more than Cam Ward, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young. He's got more than C.J. Stroud. He's got more than Aaron Rodgers. He's got more than a lot of names that you would know. I mean, right now, I think you can make the argument he's playing better. Like Matt said, he's playing better than probably 3 of the 6 quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round that we talked so much about. I think he's playing better than Michael Penix right now. So,
go watch Penix play on Sunday. Game on the line. Ball's in the dirt. Ball's out of bounds. Ball's thrown over his head.
So my whole point is, if Spencer Rattler, who's completing 68% of his passes, 1,400 yards, like if you take him out right now, like what does that do to his development?
Right.
Because he could be your quarterback of the future.
Right.
So if you take him out right now, you put Tyler Shuck in for 4 games. That's 4 games that Spencer Rattler does not get to continue to develop what he's done so far this year. And you could look around the NFL right now, and I think just without question, there's 8 spots where he would be the starting quarterback for other teams. And I heard yesterday he's basically a backup quarterback in the NFL, which is just incredibly false and just not the truth. It's just not the truth. You talk to NFL scouts, and you talk to Drew Fabianich, who runs the Senior Bowl. He was a scout in the NFL for decades. And I'm like, hey, I keep hearing this. Are my eyes telling me a lie? He goes, no. There's circles in the NFL right now, and that's the conversation about Spencer Rattler and the level of play he has right now. So what do you do? Because I think if you sit him because you want to see what you have in Tyler Shuck, doesn't that hurt his development of not having the 4 games or however many you take him out for?
Yeah, and I think that, to give, like, credence to people's concern and, like, the voice. So, like, it's not just a couple people saying it. Like, I've been getting, like, just absolutely blown up on Twitter since the game because I've been out there, trying to like put out those flames and people like conversations like why would you want to do that? So now to give credence to that, at a certain point, like if you only have one win and it's at the end of the season, like we're talking about the end, like back half of December, and you want to get some people some extra playing time, I think at that point it's fine. But we're sitting here in mid-October, and you got a quarterback that is, I'm going to call it his first like real year as being a starter. Last year, let's take that out. His first top 4 pass catchers or 5 pass catchers are on absolute in shambles. So this is a kid that is shown that he can make every throw. He can make the read. He can execute an offense. He goes out in a sloppy game that was wet ball, raining, muddy field, and doesn't have his best game. He has 3 interceptions, 1 fumble.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks fumble on sacks all the time, right? So it's just a shame that in this situation where you do have a guy behind him that's young, albeit a year older than Rattler, he is a second-round draft pick, and everybody just wants to see. So Rattler basically has to play perfect, better than 25 quarterbacks out there in the NFL that are starting for them to shut up. Mm-hmm. But then you have one bad game. And I'm not even going to say, like, as a whole is bad. It's bad because of the picks, but you look at the picks, his first one, bad throw. Okay? See bad throws all over the place. It was a bad throw. It's unexcusable. There's no excuse for it. He would say, my God, that was terrible. Mm-hmm. Second one, pushes the ball down the field, points. Safety makes a play because he points. That's a thing. That's something to learn from right there. Yeah. He was open. Once he pointed, if he threw a little split second earlier, he gets it there. It ends up, I think it was second down. You don't want to throw that pick, but at the end of the day, it becomes about a 50-yard punt. Yeah. So, like, that's how we would always look at it in the quarterback room. Like, yeah, I don't want you to do that. We lost the ball. I don't know what would have happened on third down, but let's throw it away and see what happens. But you know what? It's not the end of the world because it's bad on the stat sheet because you get an extra pick, but it turns out to be a 45, 50-yard punt. They get it backed up anyway. So we live with it. We move on. Let's wash that one. Let's improve from it. The third pick, 4th down, like who knows? Like it was
two-man route.
Two-man route. It was you see that play all the time. Kamara kind of, I thought, bailed to the flat too early. Didn't give any presence of a play action fake.
He got knocked down. Yeah,
he got knocked down. So you got to throw it. I mean, it looks bad, but what are you going to do? It's 4th down. You can't take a sack. You got to try something. So not making excuses. Certainly, he's done a great job of protecting the football. Yeah. That's why none of these haters could say anything because he has protected the football and look efficient. But like you said,
as soon as he did,
you talk to people in the NFL. This guy's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. I'm not saying he's a top 5, top 10 quarterback.
Yeah,
at least right now.
I mean,
but like, come on, he's
starting in Miami. He's starting for the Jets.
He's starting for the Houston
He's starting
Texans.
in Cleveland, Tennessee, Vegas. Anybody else? Any other top ones like kind of come? I mean, Carolina, probably
Arizona
playing. Arizona.
Like I'm done with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't know. So my whole point is I get what you're saying, wanting to see what you drafted. I get it. But my point is, like, 40th overall doesn't guarantee you anything. 14th overall, it does. Now, if you do this, which it does seem like it is inevitable, at some point it will happen. If you do this, you just have to know that it is going to change the growth of Spencer Rattler. Mm-hmm. And I think Spencer Rattler is somebody you can grow with. Now, Tyler Shuck might be really, really good. He might. But, again, Spencer Rattler beat him out in camp. I don't care if it was close. I don't care if it was by a mile. A second-year quarterback that you drafted in the 5th round beat out a quarterback that you drafted just a year later in the 2nd round. It's not like you went with Spencer Rattler because he was a 7th-year guy and you wanted a vet in there. He was a 2nd-year guy that only had a handful of starts under his belt, and he beat out Tyler Shuck. So when you say you got to see what you have in Tyler Shuck, they saw enough from both to make the decision to go with Rattler out of camp.
I'm looking at the chat right now. Yoda in the chat says Rattler's ceiling is very low. He's not a franchise QB. What do you mean the ceiling's not low? He's accurate. He's got a big, strong arm. He's accurate down the field. He manages the game very well, goes to his reads. He can move. He can run. He can scramble. I don't understand the comments of people saying his ceiling is low. He's got all the athleticism. He's got the arm. He's got the accuracy. He's had some issues. Like he's thrown some inaccurate passes. But watch the entire NFL. Nobody makes perfect throws every time. I don't understand this is not a knock against Shuck. We hadn't seen him, might be great.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, what I'm saying is the starting quarterback right now should not be benched.
No.
For any reason right now in the season. Now, if you still have one loss and whatever later in the season, that's the time to have the conversation. But I'm so sick and tired of people saying his ceiling's low. Why?
Yeah.
Why
he
is his ceiling
he
low?
was somebody that at one point in his career before Caleb Williams beat him out, and he did. And Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. He was thought of as somebody that had first-round talent. Go back, and you can pull up article after article after article of what his talent is. Now, talent doesn't always translate to everything.
Yeah.
But like Matt said, he's doing the things that you have to do as far as his reads and his throws and the tight windows and controlling the offense. So talent's not it. Just because he's not 6'5", you don't have to be 6'5" to thrive at quarterback anymore. That's like 1998 stuff.
Guess what? You got to be accurate passer down the field. You have to make good decisions. You got to have a little athleticism to you. Check, check, check. We got it. Why is this ceiling low? And I got another question. Do we feel good enough about Rattler to not take the first round QB in next year's draft? Yeah. Why don't you draft some people that can make a play when you throw the ball? Why don't you draft some people that can help you not give up 6.5 yards per carry to running backs?
Yeah, if I'm the Saints with this quarterback class after what I've seen in this college football season, if I do in fact get the number 1 pick, man, oh man, I'm trading that thing for 4, 5, 6 picks.
God.
Your roster right now needs so much more than one player. We're also a part of the conversation that we're not having is Spencer Rattler is playing with a roster that ESPN.com had as the 32nd ranked roster in the NFL. That's what he's in charge of right now. So again, I understand you wanting to see your second round quarterback, but if you do it, just know that you are throwing a wrench in the development of your quarterback that's playing well enough to be the starter in multiple places in the NFL, and I think can continue to get better as well. So, all right, we'll take a break. We've got Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football, in about 10 minutes from now. We'll continue talking Saints, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com, gcopnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. And that's throughout the state here in Louisiana. And they are going to be able to help you out right then, right there. Because, look, if you need help, you don't need to be transferred 17 times. You don't need to talk to a robot. You need to talk to a human being that's going to help you out. That's exactly what you get every single time at Gulf Coast Office Products in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette. They are here to help you out because, as we tell you, it's not just about documents anymore. It's about managing and hosting the information your company needs to grow and thrive in the years ahead.
That's right, Gulf Coast Office Products. And I can tell you, these guys are amazing to work with. No matter the size of your office, whether it's a law firm, a university, accounting firm, hospital, or you just like a little one-man shop, it doesn't matter. They take care of every single one of their clients, just like you are big guy, little guy. It doesn't matter. They have the best customer service, Louisiana-grown, gcopnet.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I give up?
All right, welcome back in OTB. I want to remind you about our friends over at K2ZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. KTZ Interiors and Outdoor Living since 2004 in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. Contact information, top right corner. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space in 10 to 15 minutes, and improve your space in about, well, the same time, because they're going to be in, they're going to be out, and have you with exactly what you want for your interior or outdoor living space. KDZBlinds.com. That got me, I got angry now thinking about that Spencer Rattler conversation.
It's just like, and we get it. Like, Saints fans, you want something to feel good about. You want like something to hang your hat on. You want. Like, I get it. It's awesome. You just have to like take a step back and just look at things objectively. And there's nothing that says that this guy is a backup quarterback and has a low ceiling. Hey, we've done a really bad job at time management today, clock management.
Yeah, that's on me.
Hey, we've been so good.
Well,
we were due.
We were due. The problem is in the third segment is when we've gotten into conversations that have a little bit of fire to them, a little
juice to them.
Yeah, a little juice to them. Juice meters up high. I promise. Scout's honor. In the third hour, we'll break on time.
Yeah, we are.
But we didn't in this.
Oh, we didn't. Hey, hand in the
Hand
air.
up.
That's us. That's us. That's on us.
More OTB.
Off the bench.